So what's going on? So I got a request from one of the subscribers or readers. Goonies never die, and it's an old request from a video. It's actually from Undisputed when Skip and Shannon Sharp were on, but it's a request for when Skip Bayless said that Bill Walton was better than Steph Curry. So one of the readers asked me to give a take on it because it's even though it's an old video, I didn't even pay that one no mind. Well, sometimes I think Skip be like talk like a drunk white dude, like a drunk white uncle, somebody that just says anything for clicks and views. But I don't think too many people took this serious. Um, if we go about Bill Walton's college career, and they do factor in Hall of Fame and they do all that with that, Bill Walton would have a top 5 or 6 career just off of college alone. He was one of the greatest collegiate players ever. And UCLA won like bananas when he was there. He won that first chip with Portland. He was great. And he was finals MVP. He was matching Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's energy at the time. He was great. But injuries slowed him down. He got hurt. He went to the Clippers, the former Buffalo Braves and the Clippers. And then he told around. And then he didn't come back to the Celtics till 86 when he won on that championship run with that front court with Bird, McHale, and Parrish and Dennis Johnson in the backcourt and all that. So we didn't really get the full tilt of his career, but we did have some of it. It's kind of like if somebody, I don't know, somebody was to come up to me. I'm trying to think, who could I pick on? I need to pick on somebody. I need to make a good comparison. It's kind of hard to make a good comparison. It really is because it's kind of like who do I want to pick on? I want to pick on somebody who had a particular run, but somebody else, I don't know, it'll come to me. If I keep thinking about it, I'll make it make sense. If I can, I'll make it make sense. I guess if I use like a running back and I used his yards, I could say Terrell Davis and compare it to like if we just going by yards, and compare it to like maybe Barry Sanders. Had he stayed healthy, who knows how it would turn out? Because he came up kind of short as far as how people rank him all the time. But he was a 2,000 yard man in the season, and he was on his way. But injuries took him off. He did get the 2 rings, but just saying. But anyway, it's hard to compare. But let me get into this since someone will ask me this. Well, it's not. They can say apples and oranges as far as positions, and both play basketball. However, Steph Curry changed the course of basketball. He doubled up Walton in rings. He doubled up and going to the finals. And he's got a finals MVP. So if I use and he was good at Davidson. He wasn't as great as Walton was at UCLA. But John Wooden will always be considered a better coach than Steve Kerr. Kerr is over Dr. Jack Ramsey, who was the Portland coach. Kerr versus Casey Jones is an interesting argument. That's an interesting argument. But Steph clearly left Bill Walton in the dust. I mean, once he got his second ring, he left him in the dust because he was a starter. And it's your teammates. And let's be realistic. And we took the Trailblazers 77 against Golden State of 2015 that won. You can pick them about who you think is the better team. Depends on style and so on and so forth. You can debate that if you wanted to, you know. But if we took teammates, when Walton won his rings with Larry Bird, with Robert Parrish and Kevin McHale up against Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green, which side do you think you're going to take? You're going to take those 86 Celtics. But that was makes Steph that more incredible with it because he was the leading man. He was the leader of the team, and Durant was the better player at the time, but he was still better than what Bill Walton was. And he sustained more. So when you make an argument about somebody, you better have some hardcore facts. You can't just give me his window was basically like a first floor he crawled through, but we never got more than that. So when Skip Bayless came out and said that he'd take him over in a minute over Steph, you're going by such a small window that it really didn't really even have half the chance to blossom. And it wasn't like his title run was so great that Steph couldn't match it. You could say Steph matched it when he beat Boston. You could definitely say he left him in the dust. To me, it's not close because Steph Curry changed the course of basketball. He made everybody positionless. Bill Walton will probably go down as probably the second best white center ever. Maybe George Mikan will be number one. It ain't even close. But in the modern era, Walton would have probably have been. If I use foreign white cats, Djokovic leaving them in the dust. Just keeping it 100. You know. And in Portland Blazer history, lucky Sabonis wasn't there sooner. Sabonis was left in the dust because he was not as gifted as Sabonis, and he's not as gifted as Jokic. Talented though, can shoot outside, inside, but he didn't have the all-around game like those guys did. But great, great. But a better college career though. But I'm glad that I got asked this question. I had to think about it because, of course, I was gonna laugh it out the box. But and I still don't understand Skip Bayless's criteria because how has it changed since that time period? Step in the Moore Finals and won another ring or so. So I think that pretty much sealed the deal. But anyway, if you have any questions or any past takes that you see on any of these shows, it can be music shows, sports shows, politics shows. You want me to go back in time and debate what someone says, especially when it comes to someone like Skip Bayless, I would gladly take him to the woodshed on that one because that did not age well. Steph Curry's clearly left him in the dust. Maybe you could have made an argument stopping at one ring or impact or something. But no, the Splash Brother impact and being considered the greatest shooter ever eliminates that. Unless you're bringing up college careers. When you put the totality together, Steph is still a country mile ahead. Please hit like, subscribe, work on thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like. I'm out. Peace.